My name is Lynthia Edwards, and today you're about to be baptized. I've always been an artist. I can remember being 5 years old and drawing on brown Piggly Wiggly paper bags. When people view my artwork, I want for them to be overwhelmed by a connection with a real person. I want them to be able to see themselves or someone else in the artwork. I want them to be able to connect their everyday experiences with what's going on in the work. The title of this exhibition is Baptism Sunday. It's inspired by my childhood experiences growing up in the Pentecostal church and experiencing river baptisms. Being in the Pentecostal church, it caused so many restrictions for me because I always thought outside the box. I always saw things differently, and for me, being a creative child, I just didn't go along with it. The piece behind me is titled, I Baptize Thee, and it features 4 girls in remembrance of the 4 girls who died in the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing of 1963. The girls are featured in the work as overwhelmed with emotion and feelings about their experience in being baptized. I felt connected to that story because I had the same experiences. I went to church on Sunday. I can remember the things that we did prior to church getting started and gathering with my friends. And so that was my connection with those girls. My creative process in creating these works, I start off simply with the idea. And then from there, I start to photograph fabrics that I find in a thrift store, collect fabrics. I put together photos, whether it's photos of my children, whether it's photos of children that I've taught in school, as well as myself, my hands. I photograph my hands. Faces come together first. I put the bits and the pieces, fragments of facial features together first. And then once I get that face done, everything else just kind of flows. It just comes together. And it's never planned. There's never a plan for how they're going to be positioned. There's never a plan as to where they're going to go on the canvas. All of that comes along after that little girl face comes together. She tells me what she's going to do. I also use quilts. I use quilts and I photograph the quilt. I had the experience of being mentored by China Petway, who is a G's Band quilter. China Petway sat down, taught me everything from actually threading the needle to spitting on the thread and balling up a little knot, to actually laying that cloth down and picking colors and how to put them together to create the geometric shapes that go along with the G's Band quilting style. This is my grandmother's muumuu. A muumuu is just a house dress, and she would wear it when she was cleaning or cooking. She would just put it over her regular clothes while she carried on her everyday activities. In order to capture my grandmother's muumuu, I would lay it out on the floor and I would simply just create the folds based on how I wanted the dress that I was going to create for the girls to flow. So if the girl was running, then I imagined in my head how I was going to lay those folds out as if I were running myself as a child. So picturing myself running as a girl in a dress that was really long and having to imagine the way those folds would flow from that dress is how I would create it and then photograph it. When people come to this exhibition, I want them to have an experience that's unforgettable. I want them to be able to connect with the girls and feel as though they are having the experience themselves. I want them to be able to have a realistic connection with the girls that are in the works. I'm sure you enjoyed your experience. You've officially been baptized by Lynthia Edwards.